morning and a very, very happy Ekadashi to all of you. Okay, so today we are going to talk about an important topic. Okay, so that is Guru Parampara. And before we talk, we'll go through this Ekadashi story and then we'll go to the talk. Okay, all right. So let us begin part of Nirjala Ekadashi special class. Okay, hope you're able to see my screen. Okay, so here is the story, devotees. Let us just go through the story first quickly. So during the hottest season, if one can perform upvas without water, one is performing a great feat. So this is said to be the hottest season, right? So in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, we call it Rohini Karti. That means it's supposed to be the hottest season of the entire year. Okay, but one can take only Charanamrita and Achamna water. So Charanamrita is like the water given to we get in the temple, right? That is Tirtha. Achamna is what we do before doing any religious practices. Achamana Keshavaya Swaha, that one. Okay. And then one day what happened is Bhima requested one vrata by which he could obtain the fruits of all other days of vrata that he was incapable of observing. This is the story. And Vyasdeva explains him how to do this difficult vrata. Okay. Yeah. So I'll tell you how this how this unfolds. Okay, we will see how the story unfolds. It's a very interesting story. Actually, this is one of my favorite Ekadashi stories, because in this Ekadashi purport, Vyasdev explains us the importance of Ekadashi. Okay, very, very powerful story. Let's hear this. So one should worship the Lord in the evening by bathing him in milk, and okay, on Dwadashi one should give full pots of water to Brahmanas and feed them before breaking one's fast. All right, that is like, generally it is said that Ekadashi and Dwadashi we do donations to the spiritually inclined people, and then we break the fast. That's how it is done. And then it is said, "O son, Lord Keshava." I think it should be, "O son of Devaki, Lord Keshava, who holds the club, disc, conch, and lotus flower in his hand, personally told me that all of the merit achieved by fasting on whatever Ekadashis fall in 1 year can be attained by fasting on this one Ekadashi. Of this, there is no doubt." Okay, now I understand the context. I think this is Lord Brahma saying to Narada mostly. So he's saying there are 24 Ekadashis in a year, right? If you see the leap year, it will be 24 plus 26 on a leap year. What is our leap year? That is a Purushottam Mas, right? So anybody who is able to just do this one, only this, they get the result of getting all the other 23 Ekadashis. That's the beauty of this. This is okay. A disclaimer. Okay, I'm going to first of all start with a disclaimer. So the disclaimer is you're going to hear some very, very powerful statements. Okay, please do not take it in a wrong context. Take it in a positive way. Okay, I just want commitment from all of you that when you hear this, you'll not take it in a wrong sense. Okay, because Shastra is mother, right? So Shastra is like mother. So sometimes mother is scolding us. So is it normal, mother scolding us? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
when mother scolds, do we get angry or not?
Very, very much.
We sometimes get very nervous and scared, Prabhuji,
Yeah,
because
we get scared, but we take it in the right sense, right? We take it in the positive sense. I mean, overall, we don't take revenge on mother because she scolded
we
us,
start
right?
understanding that we have done a mistake. That's why we are being scolded.
Yes, exactly. So Shastra is like the mother, and we're going to receive some nice scoldings now from the Shastra. Okay, so fasten your seat belts and be ready for that. So
We had one in the morning, Prabhuji.
really, who gave Srimad Bhagavatam in that?
Bhagavatam class.
Yeah, it was very, very nice, right? Prithu Maharaj story. Okay. So here it says Atmadroha kritastetu yair esha nahi uposita papatmano durachara dushtaste nara samshayaha datra samshayaha. Okay, let's see this. So what it means is anyone who does not fast on this particular Ekadashi, there's some nice adjectives or some nice words for them. It's called Atmadroha. Atmadroha means and Papatmana means sinful. Durachara means corrupt person. Dushta means very bad person. And Atmadroha means he is a suicidal person. That means he just just like sometimes we see some people who just have a tendency to suicide. So you can stop the person once or twice, but if he's determined to die, you can't save him. How many times can you save? You can't tie his hands, right? So he's a suicidal person. So anybody who neglects this Ekadashi is just that. And it says there is no samshaya, na atra samshaya. Do not have any doubt, because it's given in Padma Purana. Vyasadeva is telling to Bhimasen. Okay, let's now go into the story. So it all starts with Bhimasen, Yudhishthira Maharaj's brother, and he went to Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva is grandfather of the Pandavas. If you don't know the story, there's a story how Vyasadeva, the wives of the Kurus, they lose their husband, so the children are begotten by Vyasadeva, right? So Vyasadeva is actually a grandfather of the Pandavas, and Vyasadeva is the father of Dhritarashtra and Pandu Maharaj. How many of you didn't know that? Type in the chat D and K that you did not know that. You never heard of this story. That you did not know that Vyasadeva is the father of Dhritarashtra. That is, he is the grandfather of.
We know this, no, Prabhuji, all of us.
Yes, right. Yes. So it is possible. Now he's saying, Bhimsen is going and asking Vyasadeva very innocently, is it possible to return to the spiritual world without having observed all the rules and regulations of Ekadashi fast? This is the question. Simple question. Can I go back to Godhead without observing Ekadashi? Simple. Let's see. So he goes and says, my dear grandfather, my brother and my mother, my wife and all my brothers, they always keep scolding me, okay? Because they fast on each and every Ekadashi, follow all the rules properly, and they say, why do you don't fast? Okay, but I tell them that I can't fast. Okay, so he's saying, see, my problem is I can't fast. My problem is that I'm Vrukodara. Vrukodara means his stomach, his digestive fire is very, very powerful. He's Vayudeva. He's incarnation of Vayu, son of Vayudeva. So his digestive fire is unbearable for him. So it's not possible for him to not eat. So is there anybody like that, like Bhimsen, like having extreme digestive fire that you cannot, stay even for, for a day or even for one meal also, that you cannot eat food at all? So here is Bhimsen, okay? And I'll tell you the kind of quantity that Bhimsen eats is, so if there is one portion of food, half of it will be given to Bhimsen and the rest of the half will be given to all the Pandavas and Draupadi together. So he's such a voracious eater. So he's a voracious eater. So he eats a lot. So he has got an excuse here. I eat a lot. So Bhima is like an extreme case. He cannot fast. We all understand, right? Bhima cannot fast. Yes. See, if you want, I can do a lot of dana, I can do worship, I can do everything, but don't ask me to fast. Fasting is not my cup of tea. That's what he's saying. So tell me, how can I get same result? I want to go back to Godhead, but without Ekadashi fasting. Now, Vyasadeva, being the grandfather, is going to nicely give some chastisements. Let's hear that. Okay. He says, okay, if you want to go to the heavenly planets and avoid the hellish planets, you should indeed observe the fast on both light and dark Ekadashis. Shukla Paksha Ekadashi, Krishna Paksha Ekadashi. Both of them we are supposed to follow if you do not want to go to hell. So what does that mean? If you invert the statement, that means if we do not fast on Ekadashi, we go to hell. Simple. And then now Bhima is trying to convince him. See, Vyasdev is saying, my dear grandfather, please, 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 I cannot live. I cannot eat only once in a day. He cannot even once in a day. He cannot even eat once in a day. Okay. Say, how can I possibly live if I fast completely? I will die. I'll die. Because you see, I'll tell you the technical reason. The reason is my stomach, there's a special fire called Vrika, fire of digestion. And Agni Deva, right? He is there. He is the gatekeeper. Okay. He is one of the 8 material elements. He's very expert. So he's saying so many stories, and he's saying, so Agni is in my stomach. This special fire called Vrika is there in my stomach. I cannot fast. I cannot even skip one meal. Not possible. He said so much. And then he goes on and gives a big lecture here. Let's hear that. Agni is divided into Davagni, Jataragni, Vadavagni. Different types of Agni he's saying. The digestion, fire in the digestion of the stomach. The stomach acid is also called as fire. Okay. And then there is Vadavagni, the fire that causes fog when hot and cold streams mix. And then there is another fire of digestion called Vrika. This is very powerful. Okay, we don't have a Vrika fire inside our stomachs. Okay, ours is not so powerful. It's just little bit. It's normal. It's human being. But it is only Bhima has this Vrika problem. So he has got this excuse. He cannot perform Ekadashi. He cannot even skip any meal. So only when I eat my full satisfaction does the fire in my stomach become satisfied. So I might be possible to fast only once in a year. I can only fast once in a year. Otherwise I'll die. So tell me, what is that Ekadashi? So that if I follow that Ekadashi, it is same as following all other Ekadashis. I will follow this and then I will become liberated. Now, Vyasdeva is going to answer. Krishna. Okay. Now let us see what Vyasdeva is going to answer. Okay, so here Vyasdeva started to reply and said, you see, there are so many dharmas explained in the Vedas, right? So many yajnas, puja, vrata, all of these are given in the Vedas. But the problem is, in Kali Yuga, nobody can observe these functions properly. Seriously, how many of us are able to do whatever is given in the Vedas? The Vedas have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of vratas. Okay, so for example, there is something for the Jyeshta Masa, something for the Magha Mas, there's something for you have to take bath here. When there is solar eclipse, you have to go to Kurukshetra. When there is this, you have to do this fire sacrifice, that fire sacrifice. So many things are there, right? See, in Kali Yuga, nobody can do it. Everybody knows this. So therefore, I shall tell you practically how one can endure some small austerity and get greatest benefit. Actually, we feel that, fasting for one day, maybe I will die. A lot of people think like that. Maybe I'll die. It's like, we think it's a very, very big austerity. Should I fast for the entire day? What if I'll die? But Vyasdev is saying it's a small austerity. It's not very big. It's not very big. That's what he's saying. Because why he's saying that means that in the Vedas there are much more bigger austerities, right? So there are some austerities like where people are standing in the hot summer with fire surrounded by them, or immersing themselves in cold winter inside the water, something like that. Okay, it's definitely not so difficult. It's a very small austerity. Swalpamapyasya punyasya trayate mahato bhayat. Bhagavad Gita says, you do a little bit, small investment, great return. So that is this Nirjala Ekadashi. The essence of what is written in the Vedic literatures is known as Puranas. And the essence of what is written in the known Puranas is that one should not eat on Ekadashi. That's it. The essence of the Puranas is that one should not eat on any Ekadashi. That's the strict injunction. Shastra means, coming from the Shas Dhatu. Shas means to rule. That means it's a rule. That's it. It's like you must. That's it. There's no question, negotiation. It's Shastra is like that, non-negotiable. So and then it says Bhagavatam itself is the cream of Vedanta, and Bhagavatam's unequivocal message is full surrender of Lord Sri Krishna. and rendering loving devotional service to him. Now, Ekadashi is great aid in that process. And Vyasdev is simply stressing that Bhima to importance of Ekadashi. Now, what does this mean is, Bhagavata is the essence of Vedanta. We know that. And Bhagavatam final message is surrender to Krishna. We know that. And what does it mean to surrender to Krishna? To offer devotional service to Krishna. Ekadashi helps you to surrender to Krishna. Therefore, we must perform Ekadashi. One who fasts on Ekadashi is saved from going to the hellish planets. So the other logic is, one who ignores Ekadashi goes to hellish planets. Hearing Vyasdev's words, Bhimasena became frightened. He became very frightened, like a leaf on a banyan tree in a strong wind. He said, "Oh grandfather, Tata, what should I do? I am completely unable. I am ill equipped to fast twice in a month throughout the year. Please tell me one day that will give the benefit." So he's again asking, please tell me one day I'll fast. I can only fast one in all the entire year. That should cover everything. What is it? So then Vyasdev finally replied, okay, without even drinking water, you should fast on Ekadashi that occurs on the light fortnight of month of Jyeshta. Right? So on the Jyeshta Masa, this one, light fortnight, Shukla Paksha, that is today. Today is Jyeshta Masa Shukla Paksha. If somebody fasts without drinking water, then let us see, on this day, they have to do Achamana. Achamana also, you should not drink a lot of water. So it's easy, okay, Achamana we can say, okay, I'm not allowed to drink some water, but then I'll do Achamana, 3 times sipping, right, religious sipping. I'll do Achamana 100 times, full day. So as good as drinking water? No, that's not allowed. Achamana is also, you should drink only the amount of water that equal to the drop of gold. 1 drop or 1 mustard seed must be able to immerse. Only that much you can take for Achamana. That's all. That too only for doing some religious activity, not just like that. So if one drinks more than water than this, it is like drinking wine. So it's as good as drinking wine. If you drink more than that amount of water, he's saying. One must certainly not eat anything, for if he does so, he breaks his fast. If you eat anything, your fast is broken. This is a very rigid fast. Effect from sunrise on the Ekadashi to the sunrise on the Dwadashi. That is today morning sunrise to tomorrow morning sunrise, we have to strictly do it. If you do this very strictly, then you get the result of getting all 24 Ekadashi fasts throughout the year. And on Dwadashi, devotee should bath early in the morning and give some donations to worthy Brahmanas and cheerfully honor prasadam with a Brahmana. So, see, our Vedic literature is all about giving donation to a Brahmana. So, a lot of people have this question, why don't I give money to a beggar or a poor person? You can give money to a poor person, but what if that poor person takes the money and thinks, oh, it's been a long time that I have not eaten a meat. Okay, let me get some cow meat and eat now. So, is that a great activity to do? Okay. So of course it will instigate another debate, but just try to understand the point. The point is, in the Vedic literature it said, if you want to give donation to spiritually advanced people. That is in mode of goodness. That's it. So we should see the qualification of person, because you see, in our enemy countries we see that they are also collecting donations in the name of religion, but that donations they are using it for creating extremist camps. They will buy AK-47 with that money, with the donation money. So now tell me, is that a good thing to do? You have donated with hoping to serve Lord, but they bought some AK-47 and killing civilians. Is that a good thing to do? They will, because the person whom you are going to give donation, he is habituated to sinful activities. No, he will take wine. That's all is going to happen. I've seen, I told this personal example before. Okay, there used to be one person who used to be asking some donation. Okay, and very old person, and I used to think, oh, he's an old person. I used to give him some money. One day, one person stopped and he said, do you know anything about him? I said, no, I don't know anything about him. He said, this person actually is lives in his family, and every day he collects money like this and he drinks in the night. Okay, so you should be knowing what is the habit of the person whom you are giving. Why we should give to brahmanas is that if you give the money to brahmanas, they will use it in a pious activity. If you give it to a devotee, they will engage your money in Krishna conscious activity. If you give it to some sinful person, he will definitely use it in sinful activity only, nothing else. So therefore, we should understand that. Okay, now coming back, we should fast on the special Ekadashi, and if you fast on this day, it is like fasting on all Ekadashis, right? Now, he's saying, let me tell you what is the benefit of fasting on Ekadashi. The Lord Krishna, okay, he told me personally, Vyasdev is saying, Krishna personally told me, everyone should take shelter of me and follow my instructions. Krishna is called Jagat Guru for no reason. He is the spiritual master for the entire universe. And whatever he says, we must do it. And he said to Vyasdev, he told me that one who fasts on this Ekadashi without taking even drinking water or eating becomes free of all sinful reactions, and one who observes its difficult Nirjala fast truly reaps the benefit of all other Ekadashi fasts. So he's giving the credibility to his statement that I'm not telling out of my own mind. Okay, this was what Krishna personally told me, that this is such an important Ekadashi. And the Kali Yuga, when it's the age of quarrel, right? When all the principles of the Vedas have been destroyed and greatly minimized, when there is no proper charity or observance of ancient Vedic principles and ceremonies, how will there be any means of purifying the self? It's a good question. We no longer are performing any fire sacrifices. See, those of you who have attended the Bhagavatam class from the last couple of weeks, we are talking about Prithu Maharaj. And we have seen Prithu Maharaj has performed 99 Ashwamedha Yajnas. And he also performed the 100th Ashwamedha Yajna also. But my question to you is, how many of you have performed an Ashwamedha Yajna or have been a part of it? Is there anybody here? No. Or are you regularly performing some fire sacrifices? No. Actually, but the Vedas are saying it's mandatory. Krishna is saying, Yajnatat karmanonyatra. Krishna, we will see in the chapter number 3, Krishna says, a person who doesn't perform yajna, he is a sinful person. He can neither be happy in this world, nor he will be happy in the next world. This yajna is meant for purifying us, and absolutely there is no yajna at all. Then what is the means of purifying us? How can we become pure? That is Ekadashi. So this is like a shortcut. But in Kali Yuga, the shortcut is also very difficult. So the easiest thing is also very, very difficult for us. That is the Kali Yuga speciality. And now he's saying, see, you should not eat during the Ekadashis that occur, and you should not even drink water on this particular Ekadashi. Saying any Ekadashi, okay, this not only this Ekadashi, any Ekadashi you're not supposed to eat at all, okay? And whoever fasts on this Ekadashi, it's as good as bathing in all places of pilgrimage, giving all kinds of charities to worthy people, and fasting on all Ekadashis in one go. That's so powerful, isn't it? It's a powerful opportunity for us to purify ourselves, okay? So it's a spiritual benefit. He's talking about spiritual benefit. Of course, Vyasdev is not talking about material benefits. He's not talking about toxins in the body leaving us. He's not talking about any of that, that your fat will go, any of that, okay? He's telling spiritual benefits. This is a spiritual text with this Veda, okay? So anybody who fasts on Ekadashi becomes a great person and achieves all manners of opulence, wealth, grains, strength, and health. This is good. Now he's talking about health, isn't it? So this is what people are aspiring for: opulence of wealth, grain, strength, health, everything. You'll get it by fasting on Ekadashi. By fasting, you become more powerful. It's like this, right? So when your vehicle is always on the run, if you rest it, it becomes a more better machine. If there is a machine which has no brake at all, to our stomach, just have pity on it. 365 days, 3 meals a day, continuously we are putting something or the other. Don't it have need some time to rest? right? So if you really want to become healthy, do this fasting. I also shared one video, right, which said how important is Ekadashi fasting. It gives you good health. So, and then at the time of death, Yamadutas, they will they will bind their victims, and they will not come to those people who do Ekadashi. If we follow Ekadashi, Yamadutas will not take us to hell. Rather, such a faithful soul will be taken to the Vishnu Loka by Vishnu Dutas, Vaikunta. So the Vaikunta Vasi, the Vishnu Dutas will take us to Vaikunta. Therefore, to gain all these benefits, one should certainly fast on this auspicious and important Ekadashi, even from water. The name of the Ekadashi is Nirjala Ekadashi. Jala means water, Nir means no water Ekadashi. So somebody asked, can I eat something on Nirjala Ekadashi? When it is said you cannot drink even water, you can't even eat anything. That's obvious. That's included in that. No eating, no drinking. That's Ekadashi. Nirjala Ekadashi. When the other Pandavas heard about the benefits of gained by following Cheshta Shukla Ekadashi, they observed exactly as their grandfather Vyasdeva had explained to their Bhimasena. So Pandavas observed it by refraining from eating or drinking anything on this day. Therefore, it's called Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi or Pandava Nirjala Dvadashi. So again, so it is today is actually a Dvadashi for your information. Okay, that's a technical thing. It's called Vyanjali Mahadvadashi. It's called Vyanjali Mahadvadashi. So that means there are two Ekadashis back to back consequently. Therefore, we are fasting on Mahadvadashi. Even though Ekadashi is yesterday, it's not that, I open the Panchang and just see and just do it. No, we have to do it as per the Shastras. Because it's a devotional service. Ekadashi is not a keto fast diet that you buy some manual and do whatever you want. Okay. Ekadashi, or nor it is like some ritualistic activity that I'll call my temple priest and ask what should I do, and the temple priest will say, okay, go to the Navagraha puja and do it. It's not like that. It is devotional service of Krishna. Okay, that has to be done very carefully. It's like Shaligrama worship. So if you're handling Shaligrama worship, you should know the rules and regulations, how to worship Shaligrama, how to handle it. You should know that. Similarly, Ekadashi also, we should do it technically as per the Shastra. We should not try to speculate or do whatever we think is right or ask somebody and do it. No. So Vyasdeva continued, therefore you should observe this important fast to remove your past sinful reactions. And you should pray to the Lord, Lord Krishna, that, oh Lord, today I shall observe Ekadashi without taking any water. Oh unlimited Anantadev, I shall break fast on the next day Dvadashi. We should take Sankalpa like that. And then thereafter, to remove all the sins, then next we should do Ekadashi with full faith and full control over his senses. Okay, it takes some time. Okay, it will take us a couple of months or couple of years to get adjusted to it, and finally we'll be getting adjusted to it. In the beginning, you have to go a little gradually. For those of you who are not used to it at all, don't jump into it, because it can lead to something else. We have to carefully and gradually do this, and you will get the natural stamina to do it. Okay, so what is the benefit? Why should I do this Ekadashi? Why should I take so much of austerity? Why should I not even drink water? Let us see. Even if there are sinful activities equivalent of Mount Sumeru, Sumeru is supposed to be the largest mountain. We cannot see it. Okay, it is mentioned in the Vedas, but we cannot see it with our eyes. And Mandarachala mountain. Mandarachala is a very, very big mountain which was used for churning the milk ocean, right? Even if you have done so many sinful activities, if he or she observes this Ekadashi, all the sins become nullified and burned to ashes. Such is the great power of Ekadashi. You see, this is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is the best of the best of the best given in the Vedas. Okay. That's what even Bhagavad Gita Krishna is saying. Whatever activity that you do in Krishna consciousness, which is equivalent of doing everything in the Vedas, right? So Krishna says, so there's a sloka in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna is saying, by reading all the Vedas, by performing all the tapasya, by going and bathing in all the holy places, whatever benefit that you get the benefit of devotional service. This is devotional service, okay? This is not torturing of the body. Don't think that we're trying to torture our body. No. In fact, if we try to do any other fasting other than this, that is called torturing of the body. Actually, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains different types of austerity. That's in the chapter number 17. He says mode of goodness austerity, mode of passion austerity, mode of ignorance austerity. So torturing our body means, see, some people whimsically they take up some fasting, that this day I will fast, and if they ask them, they'll say, okay, because somebody told me that this day you have to fast. It's like this. Okay, I'll tell you one story. There was one lady, okay, who was getting married, okay, and the bride was getting married. Bride's mother, on that day, what happened was there was a hen which escaped from the basket, and it was running here and there. So her mother, she ran behind the hen on the day of marriage, and she somehow caught it and put it inside the basket. So the bride saw this, and then the bride said, when she became a mother and she heard it was her turn to get her daughter married, she thought, my mother did this activity. She was running around all over the place and catching the hen and putting inside the basket. So this is our parampara. This is what we are supposed to be doing. This is our great parampara, family tradition. So let me run. And she led the hen and started running behind it here and there. So traditions should not be like that. It should be in mode of goodness. When Krishna orders, when Guru orders, we must do it. Not that I will do whatever I want. Right? So that is called, if we do like that, it's called mode of passion. Mode of passion austerity means, mode of passion austerity is for sense gratification, and mode of passion, mode of ignorance austerity is, they do not go to Krishna, they go to the demons. Actually, we should be careful. Okay, we should follow the instructions of Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So let us continue. And if the merit of giving water alone is equal to giving 10 millions of gold, okay, giving gold 10 million times a day. So that is so, I mean, if by giving some water to a qualified Brahmana, right? So it's like that. Although water should also give water and cows to charity during this Ekadashi. So it's a very good day for performing any kind of charity. Let's see, going very interesting. Lord Shri Krishna said, whoever observes this Ekadashi should take a holy bath, give charity to a worthy person, chant the holy names on Japamala, and perform some kind of recommended sacrifice. By doing this, one achieves imperishable benefits. There is no need to perform any other kind of religious activity. Observance of this Ekadashi fast alone promotes one to the supreme abode of Sri Vishnu. So if one donates gold, cloth or anything else on this day, merit one attains is imperishable merit. You see, even the charity also, there are some rules which are given in the Shastra. Okay, so a lot of times we see charity, people want to put their name. I have donated so much. So we see everywhere in the temple, on the temple door there will be one name. On the temple gate there will be a name. On the temple bell there will be a name. So if you leave these people, they will put the name on Lord also, right? So they'll rename the Lord to their whatever name they want, and they say we have given the charity. So this is not the mood of giving a donation. Okay, the donation means you're giving it for the satisfaction of Krishna, and when you give it with your right hand, your left hand should not know that your right hand has given. It should be so secretive. It is not for showing to the world how charitable you are, that everybody, because donation is also an instrument of fame. Mahabharata says one who is charitable person, he is praised naturally, right? We see so many charitable people in the world, like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. They've done so much of charity and we praise them. Obviously we praise them because of all the good things that they've done. So it becomes a vehicle for one's fame, but we should not be doing in that mood that I want fame, that's why I will give donation, right? It's not for fame. Charity is for purification. So anybody who eats grains on Ekadashi becomes contaminated by sin, and verily eats only sin. and in effect he has already become a dog eater, and after death he suffers a hellish existence. So there is the varna system: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and there is the lower than that is called the fifth class, the Chandala, also called as the dog eater, Swapaka. Dog eater is a class where, there are some dog eaters even now in some countries like China. Okay, so they actually sell dog meat. They actually kill dogs and eat. So that's like the worst in all the Vedic literature. We see Swapaka means that's the worst, the lowest of the mankind. So if we eat food, it's so sinful that one becomes immediately fallen to a dog eater and they go to hell. Sorry, I gave the disclaimer already. So I told you. Okay, so it's going to be very powerful. Anyways, so anybody who observes the sacred Ekadashi, gives something in charity, achieves liberation from cycle of birth and death, and attains the supreme abode. Observing this Ekadashi, which is merged with Dvadashi, frees one from horrible sin of killing a Brahmana, drinking liquor and wine, becoming envious of one's spiritual master and ignoring his instructions and continuously telling lies. You see? Becoming envious of one's spiritual master, disregarding the instructions of the spiritual master, is a very, very horrible, horrible sin. We should identify such people and be away from them, right? This is a very, very deviant kind of an attitude. Should never, never, ever deviate from the instructions of the spiritual master and never become envious of spiritual master. We should never think that spiritual master is a human being at all. Okay, we'll come to that topic. Okay, I'll talk about Guru Tattva in some time. Let's continue. O best of the beings, any man or woman who observes this fast properly and worships the Supreme Lord, and who on the next day satisfies a qualified Brahmana with nice sweets and donation of cow and money, such a person certainly pleases the Lord Vasudeva so much that 100 previous generations in his family undoubtedly go to the Supreme Lord's abode, even though they may be very sinful, bad character, guilty of suicide, etc. See, it's so powerful. The way to do it is very simple. Nirjala Ekadashi, next day find a qualified Brahmana. Again, qualified Brahmana doesn't mean you'll go to your next door Shani temple Brahmana and you'll give him some sweets. Okay, that's not a qualified Brahmana. Qualified Brahmana means a devotee. Because it's not me who is saying it. Krishna is saying, scriptures are saying that a pure devotee of Supreme Lord of Krishna is actually a real Brahmana. That is a real Brahmana. And a non-devotee of Krishna is not a Brahmana, but is actually a fallen. He's like a dog eater. That's the Shastra, not me who's saying it. So finding a qualified Brahmana or like a devotee Brahmana, Vaishnava Brahmana, a devotee, you find a devotee and give some donation. Then that will please Lord. And how much it will please Lord? 100 previous generations of the family. It's not 3 generations. It's not 11 generations. We have heard about some statements in the Shastra which says 3 generations will get delivered. Some statements which say 11 generations will get delivered. 21 generations get delivered. Lord Narasimhadev saying 21 generations get delivered. 7 generations below, 7 generations from your wife's parents, from the husband's parents. 21 generations. But a pure devotee or Uttamadhikari can deliver hundreds of generations. So similarly, this is so powerful. You can deliver 100 previous generations of the family by simply following this Ekadashi. Even though they may be very sinful people, doesn't matter. But what do? We go to some holy places and we simply get thugged by the so-called fallen Brahmanas. Right? So they will be asking, okay, give me 1 more 1,000 rupees, 10 more 1,000 rupees, I will do this, Pinda Pradhana, this, that and all. If you see their character, they'll be good kindness mouth actually. So Chinese, Kaine and all. So this is what we are doing. And we are ignoring such a simple thing what Krishna has given. Right? And we are going to some unqualified people and trying to deliver our previous generations. So that's an amazing Ekadashi. Who follows this, they will ride on the glorious Vimana of Lord's abode. So they will actually take the plane. It's called the Goloka Airlines. It's a separate airline company. Okay, spiritual airlines, which takes you back to God. And one who on this day gives a Brahmana a water pot, an umbrella, or shoes certainly goes to the heavenly planets. These are all traditional danas, okay, in the Vedas, which is given. You should give water pot, umbrella, shoes. And then who simply hears these glories also attains the transcendental abode of Lord Vishnu. Haribol. So simply if we hear it also, it's as good as that. Because when you hear, it's Shravanam. When you hear, so even though if you may not follow it, if you hear about it, at least you will know the greatness of this Ekadashi. And one day we may be inspired to follow it and do it. So one day we will definitely follow it, and one day we'll definitely go back to God following this. Whoever performs Shraddha to the forefathers on the dark moon day called Amavasya, particularly if it occurs at the time of a solar eclipse, undoubtedly achieves great merit. Okay. So what is that Mahalaya Amavasya? They say, right? So Mahalaya Amavasya people start doing for their forefathers. They try to do so many Pinda Pradhana and all. That is Amavasya. And if that Amavasya particularly comes with solar eclipse, it's still more better for Pitrapinda. But you don't have to do all that Karmakanda activities. Simply who hears this narration, they get the same merit of doing Shraddha to their forefathers on this Amavasya. So one should clean his teeth properly and without eating, drinking, observe this Ekadashi to please the Supreme Lord Keshava. Right? So, and then one on the day of Ekadashi, one should worship the Supreme Personality of God in the form of Trivikrama by offering him water, flowers, incense, and brightly burning lamp. Then the devotee should pray from heart, O God of gods, O deliverer of everything, O Rishikesha, master of the senses, kindly bestow me the gift of liberation, though I can offer you nothing greater than this humble pot filled with water. Then first you should offer it to Lord, and then you should offer that water pot to a Brahmana. After, Bhimsana, after this Ekadashi fast and donating recommended items according to ability, devotee should feed Brahmanas and thereafter honor Prasadam silently. First you have to feed the Brahmanas and then you have to honor the Prasadam silently. I strongly urge you to fast on this auspicious, purifying, sin-devouring Dvadashi in just the way I have outlined. Thus you will be completely freed from all sins and reach the supreme abode. Here ends the narration. Okay, so there was one movie also, right? So where what was the name? What Amir Khan's movie? I forgot the name. What was the name? Where he was criticizing a lot of Hindu ritualistic activities. What's the name?
PK Prabhuji. PK.
Huh? PK.
PK.
Yeah, PK. So in that, I think one of the logic questions that was asked was, God is Father. How will God become satisfied if you do austerity? God wants you to enjoy, right? So my father is there. So for example, if I tell my mother, yes, sure. If I tell my mother that I'm going to fast, okay, let's say now my mother is a devotee, so she will not mind. She is also fasting. But let us say if 5 years ago, 10 years ago, if I call my mother and said, I want to fast today, I don't want to eat anything, drink anything, my mother would be very worried. Say, no, beta, eat something, drink something, something will happen to you, your health will be spoiled. Do not listen to these devotees. They're crazy people. Just drink, eat. Right? So he's putting that logic and saying, Father is like that. Then why will Father say, why is Krishna here saying, Supreme Personality of Godhead saying, fast, don't drink water, do this tapasya? Father should say, drink, enjoy, marry, isn't it? Be nice. Anybody can answer this? Why is Krishna saying that? Why is he giving us torture like this? By suggesting some austerities. Don't eat, don't. What kind of father is? Anybody can answer it?
It is for our good, Prabhuji, because when we fast, it's like controlling the senses, right? Controlling senses, mainly six senses, it's very difficult to control otherwise. So during this time, so life is meant for austerity is what is Bhagavad Gita says.
Perfect.
Why is it? Because it is like, controlling senses mainly. And also devotion increases during that time.
Yes,
Devotion is that PK movie is just nonsense, Prabhuji. So
absolutely.
I don't, yes,
I
Hare
know.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anybody else wants to add something?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Babuji. I am listening some lectures. In that they are saying that if you do tapasya, like we are not Shrutidhar, how we
Yeah,
can become Shrutidhar? Na? We hear something today, we forget tomorrow. And whatever, we don't remember anything. And to acquire gyan, the gyan must stay. So by doing tapasya, we are able to retain the gyan, our power to increase to retain the knowledge increases.
that's true. Okay, that's nice. Anybody else wants to say something? Add on to this?
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
jnana, vairagya, and tapasya will ultimately lead to bhakti, which is what we are all working, enduring for,
Right.
and prema.
That's
So
right.
these are actually paths. We have to take it sincerely, and it is for our benefit. Otherwise, we are free. He has allowed us, given us independence. You
Right.
do what you want to do, but this is the route. If you want, you take it. Others, leave it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, just a minute. Sorry, devotees. Give me one moment. Hare Krishna devotees. That was my spiritual mentor. So Subhav Mukunda Prabhu was calling. So tomorrow we have Banihati festival. So he was talking to me. So I had to take the call. Sorry. Yes. Continue, please. Anybody want to? Yes, Jagadish.
Prabhuji, beside the spiritual benefits, there is a Japanese scientist who has done research that by fasting you can improve your health and get rid of many diseases.
Right. That's right, Prabhu. That's
Hey
right.
Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
we cannot enter Krishna Loka with a contaminated body and mind, spirit. So
Correct.
these bratas, Prabhuji, help us to spiritualize ourselves, our soul, and cleanse our inner body. Just not our outer body, but inner body also.
Yes,
It brings us close to the Lord,
that's right.
and
Yes,
it helps us in our spiritual advancement.
sure. That's right. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Very nice. Wonderfully explained by all the devotees. Let me just tell you, yes,
Hare
please. Yes, Mataji. Renuka Mataji.
Prabhuji, this is little controversial, I feel, because
Okay,
see,
no feelings now. No feelings sharing. Okay, no need of sharing any feelings now. Okay, let's stick to the Shastra. Okay, because feelings, we can get hundreds of feelings. See, I may feel something, you may feel something, somebody may feel something. It's not about feeling. Actually, feeling is very dangerous, I tell you really, because it is said that our mind is like a unchaste wife. So just imagine, there's some, if you are married to a lady who is plotting to kill you every day, just imagine. Okay, somebody is married to a lady, but she has an affair with somebody, and every day she's plotting to kill the husband. Every day she's thinking of one way to kill. That is our mind. So if we start talking about feelings one after the other, then there's no meaning. We can go nowhere with the feelings. Okay? Sorry. Hare Krishna. So let us see this verse of the Shastra, what is said here. Rushabha Uvacha. Nayam deho dehabhajam druloke kashtan kaman arhate vid bujanye. Tapo divyam putraka yena satvam shuddhyed yasmat brahma saukyam tu anantam. Let's see this. Okay. Lord Rishabhadeva said, my dear boys, of all living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who have been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is even available for dogs and hogs. Sorry, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of the devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. This is the answer. So, father is very unkind. Father is telling me to do tapasya. Of course, I'll tell you one story. This is a story of a devotee only. One of the devotees, Amarendra Prabhu. Amarendra Prabhu, anybody has heard lectures on YouTube? Amarendra Prabhu?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I
Yes,
have heard.
Prabhuji.
Yes,
We
Prabhuji.
all are
Amarendra.
followers of him, Prabhuji. We keep
Yes.
Yes.
hearing it.
He was sharing his story, okay? It was placement time, okay? And it was placement time, and Amarendra Prabhu did not go for the placements, job placements interview. He was sleeping. So his father woke him up and said, what happened? Why are you not going to the placements? He said, I'm not interested in all this. So he took out his belt and started beating him. So Amarendra Prabhu said. Then Amarendra Prabhu had to wear his father's shirt and run to the interview, and he got selected. So now, will you say that his father is cruel father? What do you think? His father is very cruel?
No, Prabhuji,
Bad
for the
man.
betterment of
Such
the.
a bad man. He's beating, he's sleeping. अरे बच्चा तो सो रहा है, सोने दो. सोना चाहिए ना, नींद. This is nice
That's so
proper.
lifelong he has to be sewing on Sona only, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that's
And Prabhuji, the best part was the person who took his interview was also a follower of ISKCON.
okay, right.
Uh, I heard this lecture of his Prabhuji, and he told in that the person who was his interviewer was also a ISKCON follower.
Right. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what he continues to say that,
Yes.
he goes for the interview, and funnily, the person who's taking the interview also, they take a funny devotional interview and they just
Uh,
do it and they get selected. Right. That was the video that we saw. And by the way, Amarendra Prabhu's father is also a nice devotee. He's obviously a great devotee. And the point there was that, father is thinking about the benefit of the child. He's not thinking, okay, let my son sleep, let him laze away. Okay, if he wants, let him drink some alcohol also, get some drugs, have good fun, go to parties. No, a real father wants that his son becomes successful, be happy, okay, be good in life. So a real father is a strict father, isn't it? So that's why, I mean, father is very kind. Father has fatherly affection. That's why, but his fatherly affection manifests like that. Similarly, Krishna, when he's saying, always think of me, become my devotee, right, and pay obeisances unto me, he is very concerned about us, right? Because if we do not think about him, if we keep on meditating upon the sense objects, if we keep on meditating on the sense objects, we will go to hellish planets and suffer. He doesn't want us to suffer. Therefore, is out of kindness, compassion, is giving us this kind of activities, purificatory activities. In fact, this activity of fasting is a very small activity. Vyasdev also said it is nothing. Vyasdev is saying it is nothing. It's so small austerity. Just go and see how people in different sannyasis, great yogis are performing austerities. They are, without any dress, they are wandering in the cold winter of Himalayas. We see some YouTube videos also. We are not doing all of that. It's something very simple. But even if we are not ready to do this, that's when, it's like, father has to take the form of Amarendra Prabhu's father, taking out the belt, right? So that's what it is. We are like that only, disobedient children of the father who are not ready to bend or mend, right? So the message is, by doing austerity, it is said here, the sloka that I've shared here, which says, that by engaging in tapodivyam, it says tapodivyam putrakayena sattvam shuddhyet yasmat brahma saukyam tu anantam. By performing this kind of penance and austerity, we get brahma saukyam. Brahma saukyam means transcendental happiness. Our Guru Maharaj says, Anandir Simanai. That means it's transcendental bliss. So it's some kind of bliss which you cannot experience by your senses. See, as parents, as well wishers, we always keep saying, okay, beta, go to school, go to college, okay, get a nice job, get married, and have a nice sensual enjoyment. No, that's not, that sense gratification is not enough for us. Okay, that is sense gratification. This is transcendental to material happiness. This is Brahma Saukyam. This is Anantam. Anantam means continues forever. We get Brahma Saukyam by becoming by getting the by doing devotional service to Krishna. We get love of Godhead. When we get bhava, when we get prema, it is such an ecstatic state that we can be always be happy. Actually, if we are well wishers, we should really wish that our dependents should get this kind of happiness, which is continuous forever. We should not wish temporary happinesses, which we think that is the greatest, but in fact we see that after recommending them, they are actually becoming very unhappy by our suggestions, right? So that's why we should take the suggestion from the Supreme Father and repeat whatever Supreme Father does. If you repeat what the Supreme Father says, then you are a real father, real mother. If we try to go with our feelings, our thought process, our things, then we can never do anything good. It is like this, right? So it's like this. Okay, I'll tell you one story. Prabhupada, there was one disciple of Prabhupada who joined the ashram, and then there was a father who had come to take that boy, and he started telling the story to Prabhupada that Swamiji, you see, I'll tell you my story. He's a foreigner. I've actually married a couple of times, right? I divorced. I got married, divorced, marriage, divorce, marriage, divorce, and I have kids with multiple wives. And it's been such a struggle. My life has been. It's been hellish. It's so worst. Okay, all this, all the time, it's like I get married, and then there's some differences, and then it goes to the court dispute, and then again I get married again. This is like just literally killing me. This is so worst. So this is my story, and now my son has come to this Hare Krishna ashram. You please give him back. Okay, then Prabhupada asked him, so okay, I'll give him back. What are you going to tell him? What are you going to do with him? Well, I'm going to ask him to get married. What was that? Right? This father has suffered so much already. He has got experience of suffering, but he has no other alternative to happiness. Therefore, he's going to suggest the same, the broken formula to the child, which is the greatest happiness that he knows. This should not be our position. We have got access to Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Bhagavatam. We've got the best of the things, Krishna's instructions. We should follow and teach others to follow the instructions. That is Krishna consciousness, right? This is called Guru Parampara. That's why I'm coming to the next topic of Guru Parampara. Guru Parampara means this. Simply this. Guru Parampara means listening from Krishna. First, listen from what Krishna is saying. Listen to what Krishna says and repeat it as it is. Repeat it as it is. Now again, that doesn't mean repeat like a tape recorder. I mean, it's not that I repeat it, but I do not follow it. That is also not allowed. Acharya means achariti, swayam acharati. Means first we have to follow what the spiritual master is saying. We have to follow. And then we have to tell the others to do the same thing without tampering the message. That is called as Guru Parampara. Right? And then this Guru Parampara is coming from millions and millions and millions and millions of years. It's called as disciplic succession. Disciplic succession means Guru Shishya Parampara. Okay, Parampara means Param means top. Okay, above. So it's like above, and there is somebody above me, and to the person who is instructing me, there is somebody above him, and for him there is somebody above him. Nobody can self-declare and say that I do not have a guru. Are you understanding this point? Because we are seeing some people, spiritually, so-called spiritually advanced people, who are extremely popular, but when you ask them who is your guru, who is your spiritual master, they say, I do not have a guru. I do not need books to read. Right? So there was once one Prabhupada, somebody brought a quote from a very famous philosopher, and he said, Prabhupada, this philosopher is saying there is no need of any book. Prabhupada always stresses books. He says, read books, right? Read Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavatam. So this guy is writing, this personality, whoever it is written, there's no need of any books. For attaining liberation, there is no need of books. Sounds so nice, isn't it? Actually, there's no need of any books for attaining liberation. Sounds so good, nice quote. So he came and said, there's no need of books. So Prabhupada asked him, where did you read that? I read in his book. So then Prabhupada asked, then why that fellow wrote the book? If there is no need of books, why did he write a book? In that, he's saying there's no need of books. First, you throw that book, right? So this is silly. If anybody says, I do not have a spiritual master, but I am a spiritual master myself, you should know that he is a cheat number one. First thing, it is a cheating only, because there is a Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, disciplic succession. A guru qualification, he should have been a shishya. He should have been a very sincere disciple. A very sincere disciple becomes a shishya, a disciple. How is it possible that somebody is saying, I do not have a teacher? That kind of self-proclaimed people should be completely given up. You see, we see in the Vedic scriptures, just see the pastimes of Krishna, Lord Krishna. Okay, who was the guru of Lord Krishna? Can anybody say what's the name of guru of Krishna?
Sandipam.
Sandipani Muni.
Sandip.
Sandipani Muni. Sandipani Muni ashram is there in Ujjain. I went there. There is in Ujjain. I went to Ujjain. I didn't go to that ashram as such, but I went to Ujjain, the place of where Lord Krishna, went to Gurukul. 64 days, and he was taught 64 arts. Of course, Krishna is the original Jagat Guru. From him all the arts are coming, from him all the Vedas are coming, from him all the universes are coming, but he is setting an example. Right? Why? He explains that in Bhagavad Gita. That yadyat achariti shrestha taddat evetaro naraha sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartata. Whatever a great man performs, it becomes a standard. Great man performs means standard. Everybody has to do that now, right? So Krishna is the greatest person, greatest hero. If he doesn't go to a spiritual master, if he doesn't go to Gurukula, we will not go to the school. We will say, Krishna did not go to school. Why do I need to go to school? Of course, there are some pastimes which Krishna does for us to learn and imitate. There are some pastimes which are not supposed to be imitated. How do we know whether this is supposed to be imitated or not? Simple. When it is in line with the Vedas, it is supposed to be imitated. Krishna going to Gurukula, Guru, that is supposed to be imitated. That means we should follow. We should also go to school. We should also go to the Gurukula. We should also get spiritual knowledge. But if Krishna is dancing with 16,108, if he's getting married to 16,108 wives, or if he's dancing with millions and billions of gopis, we should not be copying that, because that's very dangerous for us. Just like Lord Shiva is drinking ocean of poison. So nobody, imitates that. But they say, Shiva has drunk ganja, therefore I will drink. Shiva is drinking bidi, I will drink. This is just, why don't then this person drink ocean of poison also? Because Lord Shiva has drunk. So the pastimes done by great personalities are not to be imitated. So, but Krishna still performs. Krishna says, okay, I'm going to explain that in the level 2, level 3, with that classes that we are coming. We are not come to that shlokas yet, or maybe it's done 3rd chapter. I think 3rd chapter is done. Sorry. So Krishna explained in 3rd chapter that You see, whatever a great personality does, everybody imitates, and therefore, and I've got no duty to do perform. I've got no duty to perform. I've got no duty to perform. Yet I am doing the duties so that people have an example. So this is spiritual disciplic succession. So Lord Ramachandra had a spiritual master, Vasishta. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a spiritual master. Parashuram had spiritual master. So every incarnation, everybody has a spiritual master. There can nobody who can say I am a self-proclaimed guru. We should be very very careful from such counterfeit fake people, because here the standard people, the standard acharyas, the great acharyas of India, they have a guru. Then why this fellow doesn't have a guru and he's saying that he is the guru? And what authority we can accept this person as guru, right? Now, so we'll hear more about Guru Parampara. So the Guru Parampara means real knowledge, right? And then there's a question in the science of self-realization, I think. The question is, why is there a cheater guru? You see that, so many news, so many cheats, people are cheating in the name of guru. So many people have gone to jail in the name of guru. You say I'm guru, and then they'll exploit the disciples. Therefore, almost everybody has become averse to this concept, including myself until I came here. I'm more or less like, sadhus means like they have some kind of sick people who are just doing some very very dark activities. But that's Kali Yuga. So Prabhupada's answer was, there is a cheater guru if you want to be cheated. What is the meaning of that? Because you want to be cheated, there is a cheater. That means there are some people who want to be cheated. They don't want the original system like this. So in Bihar, you see, recently there have been so many raids and they caught the people who are selling neat question papers, right? So this fellow, he doesn't want to study. He wants the question paper so that he can become a doctor. Got it? This fellow doesn't want to study hard like the others, but he wants to pay some money, 1 lakh rupees, and get the question paper and then become a doctor. And then I don't know what kind of cheating he will do later, next, right? So he'll go on and become a big cheat next, right? So this kind of a propensity when we have, that it's okay, I want to get cheated, then we get a cheater guru. That's what Prabhupada is saying, right? So that means, see, a real guru is saying principles. Prabhupada, when he went to USA, he did not compromise on his values or principles. See, when he met one of the sannyasi of another parampara, he said, Swamiji, be practical. What is this dhoti? Huh? You have to learn the ways of West. Become practical, become lighten yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself and others. Just take, take some wine, take some meat, let your people, disciples also do it. Why are you putting these restrictions? 4 regulative principles. This is West. This is not the East. This is not India. Prabhupada said, I have not come here to learn from them. I've come here to teach them. This is a guru. So Prabhupada never compromised on the principles. He never said, oh, it's okay, since you people are from the West, I know that you people are so addicted to wine and meat eating, so it's okay. For Indians, we'll keep this rule, but for the Westerners, it's fine. You can continue eating. Why I'm saying is because there are so many people like that who give Gayatri mantra, who say that they are gurus, and then when you ask them, are there any rules to be followed? They say there are no rules. And then the disciples become very thrilled. They say there are no rules. Wow, there are no rules. It's just like cheated. The cheated wants to get cheated, then you'll get a cheater, isn't it? This guy, like I said, the NEET guy, NEET exam, he doesn't want to read the entire 1 year, pass the exam. He wants a shortcut. He wants a shortcut system where he pays some money, gets the question paper, memorizes something, writes, and gets a seat, right? This is the mindset. We should not have that mindset. If we have that mindset, then we'll get somebody like that. So the real guru never compromises on principles, no matter what. whether it is west or east or heaven or hell. Principles are principles. Parampara is parampara. Achara is achara. Whatever has been taught is taught. That's it. It has to be unchanged. We cannot compromise with the knowledge, right? So I'll tell you, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. When one person asked, Krishna has come as Buddha, and Buddha said, no need to follow Vedas. Buddha said there is no God. Then why don't you follow Buddha? Right? Interesting question, right? Why don't you follow Buddha? Buddha is saying no God, no Vedas. Right? Prabhupada said, when Krishna becomes a rascal, then we do not follow him. Krishna can act like a rascal. He can do anything. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. When he becomes like a rascal, that means like rascal. Why? Because somebody who is decrying the Vedas, somebody who is saying there's no God, then we do not follow him. That time we do not follow him. So that means the Guru should say whatever is there in the scripture, only Guru should say. It should not be anything outside. I tell this example, right? Once Srila Prabhupada was walking on the street and he saw a nice garden and he said, what a beautiful garden, so beautiful the setting is. I wish we had this for our society, ISKCON. Everybody said, Jai, Srila Prabhupada, Jai. Then he saw some puppy there, this puppy dog, and he said, what a nice puppy, it's so looking so cute. I wish there is this puppy inside our temple. I said, Jai Prabhupada, Jai, yes. Then he said, why we should have the puppy inside the temple? And looked at everybody. Are you people not having sense? Dog is not allowed inside a temple. Dog is not allowed inside the house. You're saying dog inside the temple. So you should have discrimination. What a saintly person is saying. Whether the saintly person, it's not by looking at his appearance that we should judge a saint or not. How do you judge a saint or not? By hearing what he says, not by how long is the beard or how white is the beard or what is the color of the dress, or he's wearing saffron dress, wearing a danda with a big beard. Doesn't mean that that he's very qualified to give us instructions. The qualification is by hearing. We have to hear from the saintly person, and then we have to discriminate and judge whether this saintly person is speaking is in line with the scriptural injunctions or not. That is the way to find out. It's called Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. It's called Guru Parampara. Right? Everybody with me? Can I continue for some more time, or what do? We stop? Today's Ekadashi, we can continue for some more time. No? Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes.
Please
Anybody
continue.
who's busy can leave, but we'll continue. Okay. So because Ekadashi, what else is there? Ekadashi means we should just do the same. Ekadashi is meant for this one, hearing and chanting. So we chant and we hear. If you can chant, you chant. If you can hear, you hear. But we should be doing this, right? Let us continue. So we are understanding Guru Tattva. We are understanding Parampara system, right? Parampara means disciplic succession. Succession means successor must be there. Successor must be there. Just like our family tradition, we say varis, right? Varis means what? Successor. There is a big businessman and he has got a varis. Like Jamshed Tata has got Ratan Tata, right? Something like that, okay? Successor for the property, successor for the property, or successor for the lineage, family lineage, isn't it? Similarly, this Guru Parampara, this is the spiritual lineage. So the family lineage is also called a seminal lineage, right? Seminal lineage means it's bodily relationship. Okay, it's because of bodily relationship, my grandfather, father, this has come. This is spiritual relationship. This is also giving birth. Spiritual master is also called as a father, but he is not like a biological father. This is not biological birth. This is spiritual birth. This is spiritual lineage. This is more important actually, right? So when a disciple takes the parampara, his Gotra also changes. They become Achyuta Gotra. Their Gotra becomes Achyuta Gotra after taking initiation. Achyuta Gotra means now they're no longer in the family lineage, the seminal lineage. That is my grandfather's father's father, not like that. Now it's directly connected with Krishna. Krishna, Krishna has given instructions to, Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma gave instructions to Narada. Narada gave instructions to Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva gave instructions to his disciple Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya gave instructions like that. So like that, it is a sampradaya. That is a spiritual sampradaya, right? That is called as a spiritual sampradaya. So this way, we when we take initiation, we become joined with the Guru Parampara. Okay, and we'll see some quotes now. What is the importance of Guru Tattva? And I'll explain you the Guru Paramparas, what are there. Right? First, let us go through the Guru Tattva. Why? What is this Guru Tattva? What is the importance of a spiritual master? And what is this disciplic succession? We will see. Hare Krishna. Let us see this. This is from the Gaudiya Kantahara Guru Tattva. Let us start from here. So a guru is said to be a captain of the ship. Let us see some of the quick quotes. Those who leave the shelter of their spiritual master's lotus feet, they will not be able to control their mind, and they meet with 100 calamities. They are like the merchants trying to sail on the ocean of the boat without a captain. Right? So this is what happens. Okay, I understand. Even I was like that we are averse to a spiritual master. The moment we think of a spiritual master, we feel, oh, should I be surrendered to a person and 100% abide by somebody, a person? I mean, I feel very sick about it. But here we have to understand, we are talking about a bona fide spiritual master, not a fake spiritual master. A bona fide spiritual master who has been following his spiritual master for all his life without deviation. If we fail to surrender, or if we leave the shelter of such spiritual master, first of all, we'll not be able to control our mind, and we'll be meeting with hundreds and hundreds of impediments on our way back to Godhead. See, going back to Godhead is like, traveling on a ship. When you're traveling on a ship, of course, you need a boat. What else do you need? Who is the most important person for a ship? Who is
Captain.
Captain. What happens if the captain is dead? Or if captain is missing? Right? So it's very dangerous. Right? So just like a flight has a pilot, right? So there was a pilot, I was reading recently, there was one pilot, okay? He went to the washroom, okay? He could not control his urge to urinate, so he went to the washroom. Then he handed over to the co-pilot, but the problem was the co-pilot also became unconscious. And then he was trying to knock the door, but the door was not opening. Then he became very nervous. And then after some time, the co-pilot woke up. And by good fortune, because of the autopilot or whatever system that thing had, the flight had, it was okay. But do you realize how dangerous it is if there is no pilot in the flight? Yes or no? It is the same case if there's no captain in the ship. Captain knows there's so many historically travels that have happened. Okay, all the trade used to happen in the earlier days. Even now there's a lot of trade that happens through navy, oceanic trades. All over the world, all our goods, all the businessmen are trading from the ocean, and they're expert captains who can see different signs of the compass. They have so many different signs, like they see the wind, they see the sun, they see so many things, and somehow they take you merely thousands and thousands of kilometers. They will safely take you back. But if there's no captain, you can never reach the shore, right? Never ever. Similarly, if there is no guru, we can never go back to God. It's impossible. Let's see one more thing. This is the statement by the people of Naimisharanya, the sages of Naimisharanya, when Srimad Bhagavatam was being spoken, right? Naimisharanya sages, they are sitting before the Suta Goswami, right? And Suta Goswami is saying, when they're seeing Suta Goswami, and Shaunaka Rishi is actually saying this, that we think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as a captain of the ship. For those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all good qualities of a human being. They're saying, we are so happy, we are so glad that you have come here to explain us by will of providence. By Krishna's mercy, we got you. And you have accepted to become the captain of our ship. Otherwise, this ocean of Kali is so worst. We are in the ocean of Kali right now. Okay. We don't even realize that. We are not even good human beings. I'm not saying about you or me, but generally about the society. We are living in such a cruel, immoral society. Do you realize that or not? Make an experiment. You take your purse and leave it on the road and come back and see after 1 hour if it is duly returned to you or not. Do you get it back anywhere? Make this experiment. By mistake, give 500 rupees extra to a shopkeeper and just act as if you don't know you've given 500 extra, and just see if he's going to return you or not. How many times are you going to get it back? Right? Even if somebody is on the road, dying, people will not come and help you. This is the Kali Yuga. Deteriorated human being qualities. Right? It's impossible to cross without a captain. Right? The captain is Guru. Right? Let's see some more things. The spiritual master. We'll see some quotes on spiritual master. Let's see this. Tat vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet. That is the Shastra injection. It's from the Upanishad. One who wants to know the absolute truth scientifically must approach a bona fide spiritual master and offer him everything required for sacrifice. Such a spiritual master must be fixed in truth and having heard it in disciplic succession. And note the word must. It doesn't say may or can. Good to have. You can have a guru. Tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet. Abhigachet, the Sanskrit meaning means you must go to a guru. It's like for everybody must have a spiritual master. And that spiritual master qualification also is given. Shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Shrotriyam means he has heard from a spiritual master in the disciplic succession. And he is brahmanishtam. He is fixed in the absolute truth. That is a spiritual master. Only one who knows a guru can know the truth. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. Acharyavan Purusho Veda means only the one who has guru can know the truth. If you want to understand the truth of the Vedas, you cannot know by your speculation, by your thought process. Our thoughts, our feelings. No, that's not the process of learning the absolute truth. It is only by, tat vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet. Sorry. Say Acharyavan Purusho Veda. Only the one who has got Acharya, Guru, can know the truth. So the next one. This is from Bhagavad Gita. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Surrender to him and inquire from him and render service at his lotus feet. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you, for he has seen the truth. Now, this is another point that we have to clear. We Indians, we have so much of spiritual knowledge, but unfortunately, a lot of it has been lost. This is one of them. We think that we don't need a living spiritual master. We think it's okay if you have a DT or if I have a photo, that's my spiritual master. It's so easy to say, I can put the photo of Shankaracharya, I can put of Ramanujacharya photo and say, who is your spiritual master? I say, my spiritual master is Shankaracharya. Who is your spiritual master? My spiritual master is Ramanujacharya. So easy to say like that, but that is wrong. That's not correct. Spiritual master is somebody who is living. You must take instructions from a living spiritual master. Why? Because, see, whenever we go somewhere wrong, spiritual master corrects us. Spiritual master corrects us. Right? So, But if you're just simply putting a photo DT, how will you get corrections? How will you get chastisement? Chastisement of Guru is so good, important for us. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. Once what happened, our Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, they did Pada Puja, disciples, our God brothers, it happened many years back. They did Pada Puja, right? They did Pada Puja and they took the Charanamrita. Guru Pada Puja means a spiritual master should be done Pada Puja. We offer saintly persons, spiritual master, what to say. So they washed nicely, took the water, very happy. Now they are sprinkling on everybody. Then Guru Maharaj stopped them and said, he shouted and said, stop. You people are indiscriminately throwing the Charanamrita everywhere. What if the Charanamrita falls on Bhagavad Gita? I will have to go to hell because of you. This is called chastisement. This is called correction. Because that is touching the feet of the spiritual master, no doubt. But our Guru Maharaj should not do the offense of putting the water which is touching his feet on Bhagavad Gita, right? You're understanding the logic, no? What he's saying? Are you understanding what is? Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, he's saying, don't do that. Why are you doing it? Do you want me to go to hell? Stop it. Like that. So like that. Okay, I'll tell you one more example. Okay, how Guru chastises. Once Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, okay, he's a great disciple, wonderful disciple of Prabhupada, okay. A wonderful story, okay. And he actually was working in the West Germany, I think, and he wanted a spiritual master, and he came across Prabhupada's books, and particularly Nectar of Devotion, and he met Prabhupada, and he became full-time sannyasi and all. And then he was serving his Guru Maharaj, that is Prabhupada, personally. Please underscore this. It's called personal seva. Of course, don't mistake. Only Prabhus are allowed to do personal seva. Actually, Matajis for sannyasis are not, especially for sannyasis, also grahasthas, anybody, they don't do personal seva. Personal seva, of course, like cooking for Guru Maharaj, etc., that kind of services that to do. But for example, massaging the feet of the spiritual master or removing the socks, like that, this will be not done by Matajis, only by Prabhus. Strictly they follow these principles. So what happened, this one day Prabhupada was asking, okay, get me, he rang the bell. Bhakti Swami Maharaj came running. Okay, so get me the juice. He asked him some juice thing. So he went running. And then again Prabhupada did zzz, and said, get it fast. I want it fast. Then Bhakti Swami Maharaj was running here and there. He realized that fruits are not there. Fruits are not there. So he ran to the market. He ran to the market and brought the fruits. Again he heard the buzzer. Bzzz. He went, and Prabhupada was saying, where is the juice? He says, Guru Maharaj, I am bringing it. Prabhupada, I am bringing it. Please wait, please, I am bringing it. Then he went inside and he did not find something. He was running here and there. Finally he made the juice and he came running inside. Again the buzzer rang. Zzz. This time Prabhupada was very angry. He said, why do you take so much of time? I don't want your juice. Just go from here. Okay. Then Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, he's very silently, patiently saying, he softly again comes and offers to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada takes the juice and he drinks the juice. And he says, you see, I'm an old man and I become very angry on you. So you should please excuse me for my chastisement. This is Prabhupada saying. And then Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, he was in tears. He started crying. He said, no, Prabhupada, you should not say like that. You have every right to scold me. You have every right to scold me. So a spiritual master has every right to chastise. Actually, that's how we learn. See, tell me something. Without feedback, do you learn? Do we learn anything without feedback? See, there is a saying that if you do something for 10,000 hours, you'll become perfect. If you do a mistake 10,000 hours, what will happen? If you do a mistake 10,000 times, what will happen? Without correction, what will happen? Will you become perfect? The 10,000 hour theory says that if you do anything 10,000 hours, you'll become perfect. Let us say we started doing something. Okay, maybe singing. I'm saying sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, something out of sur, base sur. 10,000 times I will sing. Then what will happen? Will it get auto corrected? I'll become a perfect in making mistakes. Yes or no? I'll perfectly make mistakes from now on because I have practice in mistakes. That is the reason why we have examinations, isn't it? Otherwise, why there is necessity of writing a question paper, answer paper, and giving it to an invigilator and somebody who's correcting it and giving feedback? I can self-correct myself and give 100 out of 100. Why is there something called as feedback? Why do you give feedback? Tell me, why do you give feedback? Why do you need a spiritual man? Why do you need somebody to correct you? You're learning music and then the teacher is saying you're no wrong. That's not the right sa. You did not catch sa. It's based on
Prabhuji,
up. Yes,
may I
please.
just share
Yes,
few
please.
thoughts on this?
Yes.
Like, I have something to say. See, when as junior doctors, we are just taught basics of surgery. Yeah, my guru is not going to stand with me all the time, and it's my base. I learn the basics and apply the basics, and it's at that point, I should get that what do you call that thought that I should do it in this way because every surgery is different from the others, Prabhuji. Now,
Absolutely.
when
I got it. But here we are talking about a different context. I understand, Mataji.
okay, okay,
But
okay.
yeah, I got it. What you're saying. What we're trying to say, of course, we have to, every situation is different. See, spiritual master is giving us principles. Prabhupada says this, that I am teaching you how to fly a plane, but you have to fly your own plane. What does that mean? So it's like, a pilot is getting training, right? So there's 100 pilots who got pilot training, but there are different airports they are driving. Okay, there are some airports which are very difficult to drive. You see, the runways are very short. There's some runways which are on the mountains, which are on the ocean, which are so difficult. So you get some basic training and then you have to pick it up from there and then you have to fly your own aircraft, right? So the point is, we need correction. The point that I was trying to say is correction, Mataji, correction. I'm saying if there is nobody to give you feedback, when will we ever learn? That's my question. Of course, by self-reflection, we can learn to some extent. But do you realize that as human beings, we have a bias that we cannot see our own mistakes? Do you agree? Or can you see? How many of you?
No, we are very critical, like about myself, or like I'll what do you call contemplate and say, oh, maybe I should have
Yes,
done this. And many times, let me just say, Prabhuji, after certain stage, there were situations when my guru himself told me, Kalyani, you were right in this place. I made a mistake.
right.
So
Yeah,
it's mutual. Like after a certain stage, you learn from each other, and you should be humble enough to say that you a good guru or a good leader wants his student to become better than him.
that's right. But here we're talking about a spiritual master. Okay, spiritual master is
Even
never wrong.
spiritual master, Prabhuji,
Spiritual
I would
master
say
is
a
never
leader
wrong. Spiritual,
will
there's a difference,
a
Mataji. I tell you,
leader will always make his
that's
students
right.
better
That's
than
right.
him.
Leader will learn. That's right. But I'm saying spiritual master never goes wrong. Okay.
He never goes wrong, but
Yes.
then
And
even the
spiritual master never makes a mistake also, right? So like that.
no, the situation happens, Prabhuji. Like
Okay.
I won't take names. My own director, I used to see his post-op cases years later, and I used to just put my hand on my head, Prabhuji. I used to manage the complications of my gurus
Actually, we should not
who
use the
have
word
made
guru.
institutes
That's
now
what
he's
I'm trying to
famous
say
all over
this,
the world.
Mataji. What I'm trying to say is we should not use the word guru very lightly.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Master,
trying to say. Yeah. So I will like
material
teacher,
guru,
you can say
material
a
guru.
material teacher, that's it. Right?
Yes.
Right. Because like Dronacharya also is there. He's like we say Dronacharya. Is he a guru? He's not actually a spiritual master, right? So we should not use spiritual master. We're talking about Guru Parampara, we're talking about the spiritual master. So who's
So I'm
represent?
not finding faults, but it's like that.
Right. I got it. But the point that I'm trying to say is, we as human beings, we have a bias against doing mistakes. For example, if I tell you you are wrong, how gracefully can you take it? No, for example, right? I'm asking everybody, how gracefully can you take it? If somebody says to you, you are wrong, should stop doing this. Somebody says, you're wrong. How?
Probably the other person has not understood the intention.
Yeah, intention, yeah.
You should explain the intention and then come to a understanding.
So we have a
And
bias
not be
that,
dogmatic and
that's
this.
right.
You have to come to an understanding.
Our problem is we think we are perfect, because I tell you, everybody thinks they are perfect, right? Everybody thinks they are perfect. If you criticize, they'll become very defensive. Nobody likes criticism. But actually, it is said feedback is a breakfast for champions. Criticism only actually helps you to improve. If you want to become a master chef, actually you need to get a lot of feedback that you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right. Then you will correct. You have to take it positively also. Similarly,
Like a coach.
yeah, it's a coach is doing the same thing, right? Continuously, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. It's not the right way to do it. This is not, that's what I'm saying, right? This is not the right way to do it. So similarly, we need a spiritual master to correct us. Otherwise, we will think whatever we are doing is right. Right? Whatever I have been doing is only the best. That's what we will think. That's the problem. Otherwise, the human tendency is to think like this, that I am perfect, my family lineage is perfect, whatever we are doing is perfect. If you ask as a person who is eating dogs in China, he will say this is a perfect tradition that I've got. My father has eaten dogs, my grandfather has ate dogs. I mean, we have been eating dogs from generations together. Why should I stop it? So that is not the logic. The logic is the guru, the qualification I'm saying, that's what I'm coming back to, the qualifications. Where we are talking about it, should be who is in the disciplic succession and must be fixed in the absolute truth, Brahmanishtam. That is a guru, not anybody. And such a guru, Krishna is saying, learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master and surrender to him and inquire him and render service at his lotus feet. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you, for he has seen the truth. The guru must have seen the truth. Tattva darshinaha. He has seen the truth. Then he can show you the truth. Let's see more. This says, this is one of the verses, prayer verses we say, right? What is this? Pangum langhayati girim yatkripatamaham vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam. What is the beginning of that? Mukam karoti vachalam.
Mukam karoti vachalam.
Mukam karoti vachalam. That means Muka means dumb man. Vachala means he can speaker, the eloquent speaker. A dumb man can speak eloquently. Pangum langhayate girim. A lame man can cross the mountains. Yat kripatamaham vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam. By the mercy of the spiritual master, by the mercy of Lord Krishna, we can. Dumb man can also speak. Blind man can also see the stars. Lame man can also cross mountains. That is the spiritual master. Okay. Let's see. Who is a bona fide spiritual master? This is from the nectar of instruction. How to find out a guru? This is the next question you ask. Right? How do I find out a bona fide spiritual master? There's so many people who are saying I'm guru, but how do I find out? Here is the verse which is given by Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamritam. A sober person who can control the urge to speak, control the urge of the mind, control the urge of anger, control the urge of tongue, control the urge of belly, and control the urge of genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, udaropasta vegam, etani dhira prashishyate hi shishya. So that means he should be controlling urge to speak, vacho vega, manasa krodha vegam, control of mind, control of anger, tongue, udaropasavegam, tongue, belly, genitals, then he is qualified to make disciples all over the world. And according to the verdict of the revealed scriptures and saintly persons, the Guru is to be honored as much as Krishna himself, because he is the dearmost servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I offer my respectful obeisance unto the Lord, lotus feet of such spiritual master. Can anybody say what is the shloka of this? This is from Guru Ashtakam. Every day morning in Mangalarti we are singing this. Let's see who can answer this. This is from the Guru Ashtakam, morning Mangalarti prayers. This is one of the shloka. Who can say?
Samsaradhara
That is the
Nadililalo.
first verse. No, not that. Okay.
Mahaprabhu
Not
Kirtani
that.
Tegi.
No, not that. It starts with Sakshat.
Sakshat
Sachat.
Haristvena Samasta Shastre.
Yes.
Yukta Tatha Bhavyante Vasantbhi.
Continue. Finish it.
साक्षात् हरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रे युक्तस्तथा भाव्यन्ते वसद्भिः किन्तु प्रभूय प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम्.
Right, Mataji. It's called Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastra. Entire Vedas is saying that, it's Sakshat Hari. Spiritual master is equal to Krishna. I mean, again, we are not talking about material people here, okay? See, there was one person who taught me car driving. I'm not talking about my car driving teacher is not Sakshat Krishna. Okay? Understand, right? It's about the spiritual master. Sakshat Haritvena Samastra Shastre. The spiritual master who is giving spiritual knowledge is he must be honored as much as Krishna. That is the verdict of all the Shastras. Why? Because he is the dearmost servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, Krishna doesn't come to our house. I mean, Krishna is present everywhere, but Krishna personally doesn't come to our house. Yes or no? Nor can we directly interact with Krishna. Yes or no? But Krishna's representative, Krishna's dearmost servant, Krishna himself is coming externally in the form of Guru. When Krishna becomes very merciful, he manifests in the form of Guru. And therefore, when such a spiritual master comes, we should be very happily, inviting that spiritual master and take care or honor as good as Krishna. How will you honor God? Should honor like that. This is the principle we have to understand. So once there was one interview where Prabhupada was asked by one foreign journalist, we have seen that you have come in a very costly Rolls-Royce car. Why, if you are a saintly man, why are you accepting such luxuries? He said, it is my mercy towards my disciple. Okay, it is my mercy, he said. It's my mercy. A disciple must honor the Guru like God. And I have given him an opportunity to serve me. It's actually an opportunity. It's not such an easy opportunity. We don't get such opportunities, okay? Really, I'm telling you. It's so wonderful opportunity. I tell you my practical experience. Like when we went to Chennai, okay? Once I went to Chennai, and then our Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he was staying in the house of one of the disciples, okay? And they were personally serving him, and all his servants were there in his house. And you know where they were staying? When our spiritual master had come, they were staying in the outhouse somewhere in the terrace. So in the terrace, they were sleeping in the outhouse, entire full family. As long as he was there, he had come there for showing to a doctor. Is that so? Spiritual master coming to our house, giving seva is it's a dream come true. It's a rare opportunity for very very lucky fortunate souls, right? So because it's like God has come to your house, you have to treat like that. Of course, God is Krishna. Sorry, Guru is not God. Krishna, Prabhupada also says this. We have to understand Guru is not Krishna, but we have to treat Guru like Krishna. We don't put photo of Prabhupada equal to Krishna, but we give the same offerings that we give to Krishna to Guru also. And Guru, Krishna is recommending it in the Shastras. If you see the Shastra, he says that you must not bow down before anybody except spiritual master in front of Krishna. You come to the temple, you are in front of the deities. You cannot find somebody and you should just pay obeisances to them. Not allowed. You cannot pay obeisances to anybody other than Krishna in front of Krishna. So that's why not even Tulsi Maharani. If there is Tulsi there, you should not pay obeisance to Tulsi also in front of Krishna. But when you see spiritual master, this Vedic injunction that you must bow down to spiritual master. And not only that, you should loudly glorify the spiritual master. You should say, Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Like that, we should loudly glorify the spiritual master. Then Krishna will listen. Then he will be pleased. Then he will be pleased. This is how you can please Krishna. By pleasing the spiritual master, Krishna gets pleased. By pleasing Krishna, spiritual master becomes pleased. So like that, by the mercy of Guru, we get Krishna. By the mercy of Krishna, we get Guru. And that's how we become. I was born in the darkest ignorance, but my spiritual master opened my eyes. With the salve of transcendental knowledge, I offer my humble obeisance unto him. Do you know what verse is this? We sing it every day.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya.
Get on the whole thing. The whole shloka. Yes.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
Yeah. So I was born in darkest ignorance. My spiritual master opened my eyes and he gave me the transcendental knowledge. I tell you what is the importance of this. Once, Jayaprakash Maharaj, I was listening to his class and one disciple asked, Guru Maharaj, I'm not feeling very grateful to my spiritual master. I'm not getting that love for Guru. I'm not getting that thankfulness to Guru. What should I do? What should I do? Then our Guru Maharaj answered. He said, let us say you are crossing the street. Let us say you are crossing the street. And there's a heavy vehicle coming on the street. And there's a person, you did not notice that. That heavy vehicle is coming, you did not notice. And there's a person who comes running and saves you. Will you be grateful for that person? Yes or no? He said yes. The same question I'm asking to all of you. If there is if there is a person who saves your life, will you be grateful to that person? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Grateful
Prabhuji.
letter.
Yes.
Yes. Our Guru Maharaj continued and said, spiritual master is saving you from the repetition of birth and death forever. You have to never again take birth again and suffer forever. He's giving you that knowledge. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, out of Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. No more birth and death, no more suffering, forever, no more disease, no more old age. Ever, going back to spiritual planet. Should you be grateful to spiritual master or not? How much you should be grateful to spiritual master?
Ever grateful.
Eternally indebted, Prabhuji.
Eternally indebted. That is why, in ISKCON, when we take Diksha, there's a phrase that we say that, we accept you as our spiritual master life after life. It's not only for this life, you are my spiritual master life after life. When the time of initiation Diksha, I gave the oath that, I am accepting Guru Maharaj, you Guru Maharaj, as life after life. Not only this life, forever, for all lifetimes you are my Guru. So that should be the mood. That's how we are supposed to be doing it. Okay, that's a bona fide spiritual master. Okay, let's see. Now, who is a bogus spiritual master? We should understand both, right? Positive and negative. Who is bogus? Who is bona fide? Let's see the bogus spiritual master. A bogus spiritual master accepts disciples for personal service and fame. He is unfit to be a guru. Personal service, right? Just like I need an assistant, then that's why I accept a guru as a assistant for my personal work, not for spiritual work. That's why disciples must be engaged only in spiritual activities, not in personal activities, right? Not in personal service. And many gurus take advantage of their disciples and plunder them. They exploit their disciples for sex and use them to amass wealth. But a guru who can remove the miseries of disciples is very rare. This is a verse from Shastra, Vedas. See, Vedas understand that this system can be easily exploited by just saying guru. People become blinded, and we have heard, or if you have not heard also, there have been thousands and thousands and thousands of dark cases that have happened in the name of guru. The people of Kali Yuga have drooped to such an extent and done so many things, atrocities, which we cannot discuss here, right? That's a bogus spiritual master. And now here's an important one. A brahmana may be an expert in mantra, ritual, and 6 kind of brahminical work, teaching, sacrifice, studying the scriptures, and receiving charity. But if he is not a Vaishnava, he cannot be a guru. On the other hand, a Vaishnava, even if born in the family of untouchables, may be a guru. This is from Padma Purana. Avaishnavasya guru nasyat. Avaishnavasya guru nasyat. Vaishnavasya swapako guruhu. Means a Vaishnava who's not a devotee, even he may be a Brahmana. He may be mantra tantra visharadaha. Shatkarma. He is doing Shatkarma. 6 kind of Brahminical activities. That is Dana Pratigraha and Yajan Yajan Patan Patan Dana Pratigraha. Expert in all of them. He's doing yajnas, he's performing yajnas, expert in reciting mantras, expert in doing teaching Vedas, expert in reading Vedas, expert in taking donations, expert in giving donation. No, he is not a guru. It says if he is not a Vaishnava, if he is not a devotee, he cannot be a guru. On the other hand, a Vaishnava, even born in the family of untouchables, may be a guru if he is a devotee. So what is the principle? The principle, now you tell me, what is the qualification to become a guru? What is the qualification of a guru from this? What do you understand? Is it caste qualification? What is the qualification of a guru from this verse?
Being a staunch devotee is
Being a staunch devotee is the qualification. A staunch devotee is a guru. That's it. And who is not a staunch devotee, he is not a guru. He may be whatever he may be. He may be popular, he may be a yogi, he may be siddhi, he may be mantra expert, he may be anything. Doesn't matter. He is not a guru. Okay? Let's see the next one. I have queries. Can I do tilak without taking diksha? Yes. You can take tilak. I'll answer you. You can wear tilak without any diksha. Okay, there's no need, there's no connection between tilak and diksha. You can wear. Next. Kiba vipra kiba nyasi shudra kenanai. Yeis Krishna Tattva Veta Sei Guru Hoy. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi. Vipra means Brahmana. Nyasi means Sannyasi. Shudra Kena Noy. Doesn't matter if he is a Brahmana or a Sannyasi. Because see, this is a common perception that we have in our mind in India. I'm sure all of us, we have somewhere in this corner that a Guru means a Brahmana. A Guru means Sannyasi. Means somebody who's renounced. Only such a person can be a Guru. A householder person cannot be a guru. A person who is not a Brahmana cannot be a guru. Somewhere we have this in our mind. Right? Here, Chaitanya Charitamrita clarifying, doesn't matter whether a person is Brahmana or a Sannyasi or a Shudra. Ye Krishna Tattva Veta, say Guru Hoy. You should know Krishna Tattva. If you know Krishna Tattva, if you are following Krishna Tattva, then you are a guru. Then you can be a guru. Then you are qualified to be a guru. Otherwise not. Doesn't matter whether it's a sannyasi or a brahmana or a shudra or whatever you may be. You should know the science of Krishna. Then such a person is guru. That is how you should select a spiritual master. Now, one who gets his mantra from a guru who is non-devotee or who is addicted to sensual pleasures, is doomed to a life in hell. Such person must immediately approach a genuine Vaishnava Guru and accept the mantra from him. So, a lot of people ask this question. My family priest is also Guru. Family priest is not a Guru. Please understand this. Family priest is only a family priest, like Shukracharya. That's it. Shukracharya was the family priest of Bali Maharaj. But when Bali Maharaj said, I want to give donation to Lord Vishnu, he said, don't give donation to Lord Vishnu. Don't give donation to Vamana. He's going to steal away your wealth. He's Vishnu. That is Shukracharya. Similarly, what does a family priest know? If you take mantra from a family priest and think that you are elevated, actually we go to hell. It is said that, a person who is not a devotee, who is addicted to sensual pleasures, if we take from mantra from such a bogus spiritual master, we have to actually immediately go to a genuine Vaishnava Guru and again take the mantra from him. This is the injunction of the Shastras. Okay, I'm not making any one of these here. One who thinks of spiritual master as ordinary man goes to hell. Spiritual master is, see, there's a verse which says, anybody who thinks that the deity of the Lord is a stone, anybody who thinks that a devotee is a caste, belonging to particular caste, oh, this devotee is from this low caste, is a low caste devotee. If anybody thinks like that, if anybody thinks that spiritual master, Guru, oh Guru, I know him from long time, I am disciple for 20 years, 30 years, I know everything, I know his defects, he's wrong, I'll correct him. They are called Narakavasi. That means they are only going to go to hell. That's it. Should never think spiritual master is an ordinary man. Right? So that is one of the important things. Should never consider on a humanly platform, we should not see a spiritual master. Now, in conclusion, we'll talk about this. There's a nice verse here. Hrideham adyam sulabham sudurlabham plavam sukalpam guru karna dharam mayanukulena nabhavaste viratam puman bhavadbhim natarets atmaha. Can anybody volunteer to please read this shloka? Yes, please.
This human's forms of life is rare
Yeah.
and it can award all the benefits of life. It is superior to all other forms of life for having attained it. One may easily cross over the ocean of the material existence. The human form of life is like a ship for crossing the material ocean. The Guru is the captain, and the mercy of Krishna is the favorable wind and carries the ship safely across. One who fails to make use of the human form of life for crossing the ocean of birth and death is the killer of the self. Hari Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, taking a life is not very great. I mean, being born, see, we are always living. We get scared of death, but there's nothing to be scared because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, after death,
We are not this.
you are the soul, and what happens after death? You will be born again. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. You will get another
Yeah, the
body.
soul takes another body.
Soul takes another body. But there is no guarantee of human form of life. What?
Because Prabhuji's soul is immortal, no? Soul is
immortal.
immortal.
Soul is immortal. Soul is eternal.
Eternal.
What if we wake up and see that we are in a pig stable? No, imagine. After death, and then suddenly we open and then we are hearing some pig noises. Oink, 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 like that. All around the pigs around us. Possible. We have got a human birth now. There's no guarantee we'll get again and again and again, okay? It is superior to all forms of life. Why is superior? Because you can cross over the ocean of material existence. Material existence means we are again and again taking birth, right? This we can cross over. Samsara Sagara. How? Because the human form of life is like a ship. So, Guru is the captain and Krishna's mercy is a wind. So you need three things, right, for a ship to cross the ocean. One is you need a ship. The ship is the human body. That means we have got one thing. Okay, we have got the human body now. Fine, we have got the ship. Along with the ship, we need favorable winds also. Otherwise, if favorable winds are not there, the boat will not move. And that is mercy of Krishna. We have got the mercy of Krishna also. Next, third thing, captain is also required. It's not enough just to have the boat and the favorable winds. We need captain who can steer us towards the shore. And that is how important guru is. And if we ignore this, I think I don't need a guru. I'm good enough. Let me take a photo and think this is guru. No. If we fail to make use of the human form of life for crossing the ocean of birth and death, by ignoring this instruction to take up a guru, he's called as Atmaha. Atmaha means, Atma means self. Ha means killer. Killer of the self means suicider. We saw the same verse. A person who suicides, who is just very mercilessly kills himself, like that, if you do not cross the ocean of birth and death, you're simply killing your own self. You have to get liberated. Liberation is possible only by guru, not by anything or anybody else. Is that clear, devotees? So let's do a quick
Yes,
summary.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, let's do a quick summary. Who is a spiritual master and who is not a spiritual master? Okay, who is and who. So what is correct? And I mean, we'll put what is correct and what's wrong. Okay, what are some of the wrong things that we are doing? Correct thing is, spiritual master must be in disciplic succession. Do you agree? That is correct or not? Spiritual
Correct
master,
only.
yes,
Yes,
must be in disciplic succession. A spiritual master must have controlled his urges. We saw the urges of the mind, urges of uh, talking, urges of all of the urges, different kinds of urges, stomach, all of that. Correct? This is correct or wrong?
correct, Prabhuji.
Correct? Yes. And a spiritual master must be a seer of the truth. He must be tattvadarshinaha. He should see the truth. Yes or no? Is correct or wrong?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Correct. And spiritual master must be brahmanishtam. That means fixed in God consciousness. He must be fixed in God consciousness. Is this correct or not? He must be fixed in Krishna consciousness. Yes or no? Is this
Yes,
correct or wrong?
Absolutely
yes,
correct,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Absolutely correct. He must be fixed in God consciousness. Right? So that is how we should take the spiritual master. And what is wrong? What is wrong is a spiritual master must be living. So we'll put that also. Living spiritual master. You must take initiation from a living spiritual. So you should not take from, you cannot take from DT or photo. You cannot say this is my spiritual master. You see, like Ekalavya story. Ekalavya, he put the DT of Dronacharya, and he was a great Guru Bhakta. And he was very exceptional also, but his guru was not pleased by him. Actually, he was not very pleased, and it's said to be, it's a negative example. Actually, Krishna kills Ekalavya later. He's actually a negative character. For those of you who do not know, in Mahabharata, he joins Kauravas. He wanted to fight with Kauravas. So not DT, not photo, not like, living spiritual master is the correct concept, right? And we should not accept any bogus spiritual master, right? Am I right? Should you accept a bogus person as a spiritual master?
Not at all. Not
Absolutely.
possible.
Right? We should not accept any bogus person as a spiritual master, right?
They don't know anything. Then how they can guide it to me?
Absolutely, absolutely. And what about, okay, let's say there's a person who is not a devotee. Can this person be a spiritual master? Okay, he's a
Not at
great
all.
Brahmana, he's a great Brahmana, great sannyasi, knows all the mantras, but no, he is not a spiritual master. Right? A non-devotee, a Vaishnava can never be a spiritual master. So must be fixed in God consciousness. Let's put this here. Must be a devotee. Must be a devotee or a Vaishnava. Devotee. Here wrong is non-devotee can never be a spiritual master. We should not accept a non-devotee as a spiritual master, who is not heard from, who is not in a disciplic succession, who is not heard, who is not a disciple himself, right? And who has not understood the absolute truth, who has not controlled his senses, right? We should not accept such people as a spiritual master, right? So that's it. I'll stop here. You can want to say something, you can share, or if you have any questions, you can ask. Any questions or sharings, you can share. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare
many
Krishna.
things what you have told about the Guru and all is very nice. And the point is we should accept a Guru who is living. That was, and it's an eye opener, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Because I have seen many people, nam photo ide, ivre nam Guru, all that. Many people come and tell, but today you opened our eyes. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
I just want to add a little bit to that. See,
Yes.
what is the problem in accepting a photo or DT is, see, agreed, spiritual master is always alive. So great acharyas, they are alive. I mean, because living entity doesn't die, Jiva doesn't die. What to talk about Guru, who is a Parshada, Nitya Siddha, right? We don't consider Prabhupada as dead or something like that. He's always there. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, always there, agreed. But don't you need feedback? Who is going to tell you you're doing right or wrong? Correct, no? For example, if you have to purchase some deities and start worship, you have to ask Guru, right? If you want to go to Vrindavana, some people want to settle in Vrindavan. Then our Guru Maharaj says, take my permission, right? Or if you want to, like, let us say you want to buy some deities, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadramaya, or Radha Krishna, take permission, right? We should take permission. We should say, Guru Maharaj, I want to, take these deities and worship. Then he will ask, what is the standard that you will follow? How many times will you do Aarti? How many times will you give Bhoga? Then we will say, Guru Maharaj, I am a working person. So many times I can do Aarti. So many times I will do Bhoga. Then he will say, okay or not okay. He can say not okay also. He can say not okay also. Yes or no? Then if you put a photo, whatever you do is only good. Okay, you will do whatever comes to your mind, isn't it? Who is going to correct you? Who is going to tell you this is right, this is wrong? Like, do like this, don't do like this. Who is going to tell? Who is going to chastise us? Right, without a guru. So that's why we need. Okay, yes, thank you, Mataji. Next, we'll go to the next one.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I share small
Please,
pastime of Guru Maharaj
please,
with
please.
Sumantra Mataji?
Definitely.
How he corrects his disciples, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Sumantra Mataji all of a sudden, Prabhuji stopped going to the temple. That this is during 1980s, late 1980s and 1990s. That time Guru Maharaj most of the time would come and stay with Anukul Prabhuji. So my sister somehow she stopped going to the temple. She used to do her 16 rounds, of course, but she stopped even. She used to hardly pray even at her residence. She started going to kitty parties, seeing movies, and even playing cards. That fall had come, Prabhuji, in her life. So Guru Maharaj had come to her place, and Guru Maharaj wasn't speaking to her. My sister felt very odd. She said every time when Guru Maharaj used to come, he used to be very cordial with her, speak to her, and everything. And that time she felt very funny why Guru Maharaj is not talking to her, and she felt something missing. That day, Guru Maharaj was to leave. She went and paid obeisances at his lotus feet. And Guru Maharaj said nothing, but just stared at her. And my Didi understood. Sumantra Mataji understood, yes. And she thought that when will Mother Earth open herself and she would swallow me? She was so ashamed of herself. She realized where she was wrong. And in her heart, she promised Guru Maharaj that she will never repeat it again. A phase comes in every devotee's life, Prabhuji, when such things happen. And that is when Guru Maharaj corrected her. Without saying anything, without pointing fingers at her, without telling her, see, Sumantra Mataji, you are wrong over here. You did this. That's why I'm not talking to you. He didn't say anything, Prabhuji, just one glare at her. And Sumantra ji said, everything was told to me.
Right.
From that day, Prabhuji, she now she's back to her this thing. So I wanted to share this, Prabhuji, because this was an eye-opener for me also.
Yes. Nice pastime. Nice one.
But
Thank
did
you,
anybody
Prabhuji.
tell Guru Maharaj, or Guru Maharaj understood
No, he
just by?
understood. Guru Maharaj knows everything, na? Because he's Sakshat Haritvena. Guru
Guru,
Maharaj is
yeah,
next to
with the
Krishna.
look on your face itself, they can make out.
Nay, yes, he just looked at my sister, and my sister understood that Guru Maharaj knew everything. Nobody told Guru Maharaj anything. Who would tell? Only my brother-in-law, Anukul Keshav Prabhuji, would have told. And he didn't say anything. This shows how intense, how Guru Maharaj is capable of knowing. That's why they say Guru Maharaj is always with his devotees. Each and every devotee, he is there. Even during my hours of depression and my despairs, I find him with me, consoling me.
And I'll tell you one thing interesting. Okay, spiritual master once asked, when somebody asked Guru Maharaj, "How do you know? Do you understand what your disciples are doing?" He says, "Yes." How do you understand? Then he says this, that a bona fide spiritual master has Paramatma within them, correct? And the disciple also has
Correct.
Paramatma within them, correct?
Correct.
So Krishna conveys the information about the disciple, that Paramatma within the heart of the disciple conveys to the Paramatma within the heart of Guru. And the Guru will get to know. I mean, he's sitting at one place, he knows everybody, all disciples who are doing what. He understands everything. I've heard so many pastimes. I'll tell you one pastime. Okay, this happened really. Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. One day, um, one devotee came. Guru Maharaj came to Bangalore, and he was giving prasad, laddu prasad to everybody. Everybody taking laddu. Okay, one disciple came. He put his hands. Guru Maharaj put his hand there and took it back. No, I will not give you. He said, I will not give you this laddu. I said, please give me, Guru Maharaj. Please give me. He said. Then I said, no, I'm not going to give you. You have stopped chanting. Then he started sweating. He said, yes, Guru Maharaj. I started crying. Actually, I've stopped chanting. I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knows that I've stopped chanting. Nobody knows that I've stopped chanting. I'll give you this only if you start chanting again. That's what he said. Okay, then he gave the thing. He begged for forgiveness, that I'm so sorry, I did a mistake. I stopped chanting. I'll continue my chanting again. So it's a very nice pastime, right? How spiritual master corrects. Who is going to correct you? Okay, I'll put a photo very nicely. Who is correcting us? We need correction, yes or no? We need correction. We need chastisement. Otherwise, we'll simply fall down and think we are very spiritual, right? That's what is going to happen. Nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anybody else wants to say something?
Uh,
Actually,
Hare
Prabhuji, after
Krishna
that,
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
from sorry, Prabhuji. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I'm Bajrangi. I'm feeling lucky to join today's session because, ma'am, Prabhu, it's true. Grow is required. For example, I can say I'm a professor of physics. There is no students in the classroom. And then I am the people to teach. Who is there to listen me?
Hmm.
So it's a totally. I'm agree with you. Your statement. Captain is required to drive the entire life
Right.
because that's a really very good Prabhu. Krishna always. I can say they are protecting from they are protecting myself as a air, but as a live organism required to support us for further step or of our life.
Yeah.
And one more thing, Prabhu, because I'm from North India,
Please.
I my one friend is Ansul Prabhu. He is the part of ISKCON, so he brought me ISKCON Sadripura.
Okay.
But Prabhu, I can say one thing. Since my grandfather, not me, my grandfather, to till now, we all family is a part of Krishna only.
Okay.
Okay, so Prabhu, I'm using all the things like never ever use any kinds of intoxication,
Hmm.
never ever use like onion garlic,
Hmm.
never any kinds of another activity, which is the part of which is a minimum policy required to be part of ISKCON.
Right.
So I can say day by day, as per my availability, if I'll get free from my schedule. So I have used to visit ISKCON, but this is my very simple queries. I like to do tilak like ISKCON people. So can I do?
Yes, Prabhu. Absolutely. Anybody can wear tilak. There's no restriction for you. You can wear tilak.
Okay. So yes, one day I brought from there Tulsi mala, Tulsi garland. So I used to be at that one, and every day I'm doing chanting.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Of 16 down. After the
Perfect.
before I can say not a part of ISKCON. I never ever did. But after Prabhu, I can say last 15 days or 20 days almost. I'm used to do every day a chanting of 16 rounds.
Wonderful, bro. Wonderful. Very nice.
Uh, but
Yeah. That's a
Prabhuji,
question.
one thing's also I want
Yes,
clarification
please.
because Prabhuji, at home we are serving Lord Krishna.
Right.
So, I hope you know about Lord Sam, Khatu Samji.
Yes. Sam.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, Prabhu. So, usually at home, we all are using like morning time, we sing to each other, Jai Sri Sham.
Yes.
So, we all are calling it's a Maha Mantra for us, Jai Sri
Correct.
Sham.
Okay.
So, nowadays, I'm doing chanting for 16 round Jai Sri Sham. Is this okay or not?
16 rounds actually, see, it's like this. There are so many medicines in the market, right?
Yes.
But when you go to the doctor, doctor will prescribe certain medication, certain brand.
Yes.
That so this parampara which we belong to is
Yes.
Brahma parampara, Lord Brahma's parampara.
Brahma Parampara.
Brahma parampara. And
Okay.
what Brahma's recommendation is Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Okay. Okay.
So we recommend Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Okay. So what I have to do now because I'm feeling it's a confusion for me because
You
Lord Sam
you read Prabhupada books, okay, and then see Lord's names are
Prabhu
unlimited and
yesterday
infinite.
yesterday night I
Yes,
heard few statements which spoke by Prabhupada only on YouTube.
yes,
So Prabhupada clearly mentioned Mahamantra Hari Rama, Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari like that.
right.
So this is Prabhu. It's a bit confusing for me. What I have to do now onwards?
I'll tell you one thing, Prabhu. See, Krishna's
Yes,
names are all unlimited, wonderful. But
yes,
when you put those names in a series order, it becomes
yes,
mantra. Like that,
yes,
there are so many mantras.
yes, Prabhu.
This Hare Krishna is Maha Mantra
Okay,
because it has got the name of Krishna, it has got the name of Rama, it has got name of Radharani also, Hare.
yes,
So for Kali Yuga, this is the best mantra. It says Kali Santaran Upanishad is saying.
okay,
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always used to sing this mantra and he told everybody to sing this mantra, chant this mantra. Therefore, we
okay.
recommend Hare Krishna Maha Mantra only.
Okay. Yes, Prabhu. In the classroom, in the classroom, I announced to all students because I'm a professor of physics for
Yes.
JE. I'm mentoring students for JE students. So I announced the classroom. I don't want to hear good morning, good afternoon. You
Yes.
have to tell me Hare Krishna.
Perfect.
So,
Good.
yes, entire of the classroom just crying like that, Hare Krishna or Jai Sri Sam.
Very nice.
I'm okay with all the things, but
Yes.
this is a chanting. I have to do Jai Sri Sam or Hare Krishna,
Chant Hare
Prabhu. This
Krishna
is
Prabhu. Chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. For Kali Yuga, it is the best. Kali Santaran Upanishad is saying that. Okay.
okay. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Thank you very much.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat pranams. And regarding, you said now you are making students wish Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Nitya Mataji is also into education line, right? So Mataji is a tutor. She makes her students chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra one round and then starts the tuition. Right, Mataji?
Okay.
Is she there?
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
And there,
Actually, it's good to start the class that way, Prabhuji. But I was fortunate that all were Hindu religions, so they were easily
correct.
getting up.
That is
Again,
a
in a
point.
college setup may
We
not be
have a
possible. In
problem,
tuition, it is
Prabhuji.
possible. In a private tuition, there will be no
Yes,
objection.
yes, it's possible.
In a
Yes.
college, there may be some objections.
College. No, I'm in college, Prabhu. I'm in Narana PU College, Sahakar
Okay.
Nagar.
You can say
So,
Hare
and
Krishna, there is no problem. You can say Hare.
yes, yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you for
Wonderful.
clarification, Prabhu. Dandavat
Thank you,
Pranam.
brother. Thank you for.
Slowly it should spread, Prabhuji. That is my dream.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We have to spread this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra like anything.
No, no, even wishing each other. Now, if I get some
Yeah,
WhatsApp
everybody we should
message
say
from
Hare
anybody,
Krishna.
I just say Hare Krishna, whoever that person is.
Right. We should not say hello, hi. We should say Hare Krishna.
Mhm.
Like the
Hare
Bhakti
Krishna,
Bhagavad
yes,
says,
Prabhu.
no? Hello, hi.
Prabhu, never ever I use hello, hi for known person.
Acha, okay.
Maximum time in my life during puja, I have to keep my mobile phone flight mode only.
Yes.
There is no any kinds of disturbance. Krishna is the first.
Perfect.
Now I'm serving Krishna. Prabhu, I'm alone here. I'm from North India.
Yes.
So every day I have to make a prasadam.
Yes.
First, I have to serve Lord Krishna.
Right.
Because meantime, Prabhu, just because of Krishna, I don't eat anything in outside.
Right.
Because Krishna is first. If
Right.
I'll anything, if I want to eat now, first I'll offer to Krishna.
Right.
In fact, chocolate still. Because
Okay.
Krishna, that is a prasadam.
Okay.
Be-
But
before
there's a
before offering
small
Krishna, I can't take anything.
problem there. You should not offer chocolates to Krishna, by the way. Okay.
But Prabhu, I told as an example, I
Yeah, I
don't
got
eat
it.
chocolate. I
I
don't eat
understand.
chocolate,
You
Prabhu.
offer everything to Krishna and have as prasadam. That's perfect.
Yes,
Very nice,
yes,
Prabhu. Very nice.
yes, Prabhu.
You are in Bangalore right now?
Yes, Prabhu. I'm in Bangalore.
Sakar Nagar?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, wonderful. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for joining us today. Hare Krishna. Stay in touch. Please come to our classes like this, okay?
Prabhu, I don't know what is the actually timing for your class. I
Timings.
want to join.
Yes, yes. See, our timings, Prabhu, is like this. We have class on Monday and Wednesday at 7
Okay,
p.m. Okay? 7
7 p.m.
p.m.
Monday and Wednesday.
Yes. The other days we have book reading at 7 p.m. Okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
Done.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Thank you,
everyone.
Bajrangi Prabhu. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Anybody else wants to say something? Do you want to share some realization, or you have any questions, or you want to add something? Anything that you learned today? What did you learn today? Want to add? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you, Bajrangi Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So then, if there's nobody to speak, then we will stop here. Okay. Hare Krishna to Vedaspurti Mataji, Sumed Prabhu, Sindhu Mataji, Sita Devi Mataji, Renuka Mataji, Nitya Mataji, Nirmala Mataji, Komala Mataji, Kalyani Mataji, Jayanti Mataji, Janavi Mataji, Indra Haridas Mataji, Ganesh Prabhu, Chaitanya Prabhu, and Bajrangi Prabhu. Hare Krishna to one and all. All of you,
Hare
thank you very
Krishna
much.
Prabhuji.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Thank you
Thank you
for
so much.
amazing
Thank you,
Hare
spaces,
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
sir.
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you
Hare
very much.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, all
Krishna.
Mataji, Prabhuji.
Right. So,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Vachakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya patitanam
Hare
pavanebhyo
Krishna.
vaishnavibhyo namo
Vaishnavibhyo
namaha
namo
ananta
namaha.
koti vaishnavruddhi ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.